Welcome to the podcast. Well, that countdown timer was not working out. Welcome to the podcast. This is our new format for right now. We'll see if we like it. I am Rourke. I am the game master for Probability of Demise. We are a tabletop gaming crew composed of pandemic friends, which we call our pod, here playing Dungeons and Dragons in a world of our own creation. We apologize for our puns and memes, and that is a lie because there are no apologizing whatsoever. And with me today are amazing human beings. We have to my side here Larissa, who plays Trixie. Above me is Jess, who plays Tanzanite. And over in that far corner over there is Jason, who plays Asher Lake. We're happy to see you all and to be completely ridiculous here as we try some new things out. We have migrated platforms to something that can maybe deal with ridiculously slow speeds that I have currently, but also might just be easier for us to run in general, which would be awesome. So really looking forward to that switch and hope as we go through. I'm calling this season 1 the tech season. Everybody has tech rehearsals. This is our tech season.
Season 1 tech rehearsal.
Zeitgeist.
Yes, definitely.
Season 1 Zeitgeist.
Before we get into tonight's episode, which should be fraught with interesting experiences and events based on what happened last time you were all together, Larissa, do you have any announcements for us?
No. Well, I mean, just your currently bi-weekly reminder to support your local game stores, to make sure you are supporting local artists, make sure you're visiting museums, going and seeing performances, so support art, support theater, support music, donate.
Everybody's in recovery mode, and if you feel confident about being out in public, please take a chance on your favorite institutions. They miss you a lot.
Take a chance. Sorry. First audio stem of the night.
Jason, do you have any things to share?
No.
Okay. I don't remember, because I couldn't find it in the recording, who was going to have to give the prompt for this week.
I don't know.
I don't even know if we rolled for it.
I don't think we picked.
So I think we need to roll dice.
Nick did it last time because he was the guest.
Yes, and I did it the time before, so that means it's rollies between the two of you, Jess and Larissa.
I still don't know how to play rollies.
Just roll your dice. Whoever has the higher roll.
I haven't grabbed my dice.
I think.
Yes, I'm rolling for you.
No, I think that's a default loss. That's like a crit fail.
That's a crit fail right there. She doesn't even have her headset on to hear us.
I'm prepared. Always.
Larissa suggested that was an automatic crit fail on the dice roll. So you have to choose Okay. So you have to give Jason.
Who's our sponsor this week, Jess?
Our sponsor of the week.
Doodads.
Okay.
I like to just watch that phrase sink into Jason's consciousness and then proliferate out into the dendrites of corruption that it will soon hit.
The only bad thing about doing this is I'll get an idea somewhere in the middle of playing, and then I start to jot down ideas, and then all of a sudden I realize I have no idea what's happened for 5 minute. But
I mean, I've been really impressed because this is really pushing your ability to kind of multi-track various storytelling mediums, and I can't say that I'm not sitting here going like, wow, all that happened. All right.
That's because he's really good under pressure, though.
Yeah, true.
Like, he's the best if he has a deadline. Whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. I'm just centering myself.
Okay. And that takes us back to our last bit of announcement. And our guest may come in a little bit late today. So we will be welcoming
He is in the car, so it was...
Yeah. We will be welcoming Nick back in at some point when it makes sense. Luckily, this new system lets us kind of put him into a holding pattern until we're ready. But, Jess, you know what time it is.
Da, da, da. The word of the day. The word of the day today is thwart.
Ooh.
Could you say that again?
No, because I say it weird.
No, you said
I
it just
liked
fine.
it. You said it perfectly, but it's one of those words where people may have misheard it. And I love it.
People being Rurik.
Thwart.
No, I
Those
definitely
who-
still misheard it.
Need
The first time I
remind
heard
you,
it, I
it
definitely
means-
misheard it.
to like prevent someone from doing something.
Oh, no, I heard it right the first time, and the second time I heard it wrong. Okay. It went from thwart to wart. And I was struggling.
Warts.
Thwart.
That's a
you
good
going
word.
to be
To
able
thwart
to
your warts, try a doodad. Oh wait.
Are you going to be able to thwart the incoming hordes?
No.
All right. Well, I am really looking forward to your thwartations. Probably shouldn't say that ever again. Really quick
Risk Mister
Audio.
theme song.
audio
Word of the day.
yeah,
Word of
Lewis.
the
She did her own
day.
thing. She did her own thing.
I was
Oh,
just
no.
you could have still done it. I was just trying something.
Exactly.
So I've been listening.
I think all of those things are bugged.
A little warning there.
What was that?
That's our intermission quickie.
Season 1
Switch
tech
over.
rehearsal.
But there are buttons on the side panel that I see. I don't know how much you all see
Yeah, I
in
can see them as well.
the crew, but I bumped one and I feel like a bump. All right,
There's
so
a flea on a fly on the bump on the log. What?
on the bottom of the sea. So last time you were gathered together in this world where everything has changed. Oh,
Back. Hold it back.
got
What?
it. You do it and then you walk the finger back to your face,
Huh?
and that's how your camera focuses. Or you can get a fancy camera like mine that's currently tracking my eyeballs, and I keep doing this to see if the little eyeball tracker will follow my eye.
This camera is fancy enough that it shouldn't do that, but it does it enough that it bothers me. Like it blurs me randomly.
You can turn that off, you know.
Well, last time you were gathered together, you met a new individual who, though
Very
arrogant in affect and certain of their own abilities, did seem to possess a few qualities of use, possibly, and proceeded to help you disperse a horde of monstrous beings. You all took a trip down into the depths of what was probably a bunker at some point, but it has been changed and corrupted by whatever has changed most of the world, and helped this individual retrieve a crystalline structure, which when they came to the surface and you were offering opportunities and methods to destroy said crystal, pointing off in the direction of a mountain as a possible space being high enough to destroy the crystal, discussing whether or not flying up in the air might be enough. Something else was going on in the background because somebody lost a wisdom check. And when that timer counted down far enough, erupting from the mountain far off in the distance was a huge creature. And the only reason you know it's huge is because you know this mountain is beyond any distance that you could easily travel in a day or two or three. And as it burst forth from the peak of the mountain, you could make out that it had 5 sinuous heads and wings that seemed to expand and cover much of the horizon near that mountaintop. This ginormous beast seemed to rivet all 5 heads upon your small party in the distance before, at this moment, beginning to fan its wings like a definitely oversized butterfly, finally able to stretch out those wings from its chrysalis, but in a much more sinuous, creepy, and less than healthy kind of way. What are you all up to?
All right. So
I want your reactions, and we'll
the
get
last thing that we saw was just a giant 5-headed dragon god exploding out of a mountain in the distance, right?
larger than the other dragon you had seen. If you were able to kind of assume some things about the distances involved.
Is it coming towards us, or
It is currently still perched, stretching out those wings. And as I kind of described a little bit, much like a moth or a butterfly fresh from the chrysalis, it seems to be stretching and fanning those wings, but the eyes of all 5 heads still seem riveted in your direction.
I'm just gonna
Hard
like
to tell.
sidestep behind the nearest house to make sure that it's not looking at me from far, far away.
Okay. I just love this image I have in my head.
Like
now.
I just see that it appears to be looking towards the village. I'm just gonna be like, doop, and just step behind something.
Can you roll a insight check? It's the best I can come up with for this. Somebody in our comments, which we can now see all of us
21
comments. Was that a natural 20 plus 1, or was that just
no,
21?
19 plus 2.
Okay, cool. I have a banner for a natural 20. I'm excited about. Wait, new toys.
Somebody commented?
No, we just have a comment stream that we
Oh.
can use and we can all see and post to, and we can highlight things from people who say things, which is nice. And we also have a private little channel. It's all nice. So with a 21, I think that for you in particular, you can see the gaze did seem riveted on you, but as you stepped aside and behind one of the abandoned buildings, you chance a casual glance over your shoulder and catch sight of the mountains that kind of shadowed the western edge of your hometown of Overton. And you realize that at these distances, it's not unlikely to see your minuscule size. But if it could, that would be amazing. Maybe it can, and maybe it is looking directly at you. But that you were right in line with the town as well. And it could be staring at Overton.
I'm going to turn and be like, should we warn Overton that a giant 5-headed thing just exploded out of that mountain? Where is Zuki at this point? I'm assuming he's like away from our group, doing his own thing, maybe staring lovingly at his crystal or
I
whatever.
think in this moment he looked to see the creature erupt, but in that same moment, his attention seemed to be completely entrapped in the crystal. And I think for anybody who chances to look towards him, you would see that his attention is consumed with that object right now.
Is it Zuki or Zuchi?
Zuchi, I think.
My bad.
Sorry.
Zucchini.
I just think zucchini, and then I have to fix it and say Zuchi. So Jess, you are muted. But
I am. I'm still trying to figure out what Tanzanite would be doing. I think she would be doing what I'm doing and just kind of like staring at this ginormous dragon that just popped out of a mountain, being like, "What in the literal hell is this?"
okay.
So did we do that, or did he do that?
That's actually what my question was going to be. Was based on what happened at the very end last time. Is there any way that we can kind of guess or infer that this is related to Zuchi, or is this does it just seem completely random and I'm trying to remember, like, he was essentially having a conversation in his head, right? Or was he speaking aloud?
Why don't you roll an insight check as well, focused on Zuchi and what you may have seen fall through in those last
Insight?
few moments.
Oh, this is gonna be good. That was sarcastic.
And Jess, could you roll your favorite check, a religion check?
With a +8 modifier, that is a 10.
Ooh, oh, you almost had me pulling up a different banner.
Uh,
So
Ah.
if in the real world religious people go like this, does that mean Jess goes like this?
I think Jess keeps touching her head and then
Yeah.
waving.
from now on,
Wave.
I'm just gonna.
Or not Jess, I guess.
Or Tanzanite, rather.
Tanzanite, yeah.
For those on audio, I'm just doing like my hand
Oh,
is like a
wait,
dolphin
I need
riding
to
the
add
waves.
The dolphin
My-
wave.
Proficiency, not my proficiency, my thing.
You're okay, so
Religion.
Please do, considering it's your kind of your thing.
Oh, there it is. I was like, where's this button at? Found it.
your face does not look good. Are you on the right character?
I am, but I thought I had +7.
What do you have?
Are you still exhausted? Do you have like
I
a
have +5. Nope, it was for the other stuff. That's +7. Okay, it's +5. Okay, so 18.
Nice.
Okay, so I think what happens is this, and this involves both you, Tanzanite, and Trixie a little bit. Trixie, you are watching Zuchi, and you're trying to evaluate what had just happened and what you had just seen beforehand. And as you're trying to understand that, out of the corner of your eye, you catch Tanzanite collapse to her knees for a second. Well, she's already on the ground. You see her spasm a little, as if she's having a slight seizure.
I run right over to her and
Tanzanite, you have this momentary convulsion. You thought you were going to try to fall asleep, and a lot of stuff happened that you may or may not have been fully able to see, but definitely can see this dragon off in the distance from your prone position. And as you are considering this and having this moment that you described of just shock, wide-eyed staring, what is going on, you get pulled away for a moment. And this moment happens in a second, but while you're pulled away, it feels like it's just a big stretch, like has happened before. Time gets stretched out. And this time, it's not the visage of your goddess that you get to see, but it's a spring of water that's bubbling up and then falling down and bubbling up and then falling down, kind of like a fountain, but there's no base for the water to be caught in. It's just the water bubbling up and then falling down again and bubbling up and falling down. You feel a sense of urgency, fear, and the overwhelming emotion that you're not ready for this. And you're not sure if that's you feeling it or your deific being placing that feeling on you. And then, unless you have a reaction to this,
So when I see this bubbly fountain, like is it like almost like a black comb that I see, and then just this thing, or
You know exactly
does
what you
that
see.
question make sense?
You know exactly what you see.
Okay.
This is exactly what you would expect to see.
Okay. No, I don't think I have. E.
And
I
to
mean,
us,
my
you just
gut
look unconscious,
reaction.
right? So to us, you just look unconscious, right? Like you just collapse.
In the moment that you've seen so far, unless you want to roll for something, she's literally been laying on the ground, then staring up, maybe even sitting up a bit, up at this dragon, and then she suddenly convulsed with a short, kind of, in as best any of you would be aware, unless somebody wants to roll a medicine check, a convulsion not unlike a seizure.
As can I call out as a part of a reaction? Like, is that something I can do?
Yeah. What this is you reacting to the space in that you're in this little zone of.
Okay, so once I feel, whether it's me who feels this way or they feel that way and they're putting it on me of the I'm not ready, I basically just want to yell out, help me become ready. What do I need to do? And then just
The water coalesces as a sphere and vibrates, and it's not words, but your brain processes it as words. Are you willing? Would you take the mantle? Would you share the domain? Are you my heir?
yes, just help me be ready.
There's a rush of water in your ears, and that globe of water just seems to
That was a Jessica reaction.
Or-
Not a-
Yeah.
pour into every orifice of your body, and your mind goes blank, and this moment is over. Larissa or Trixie and Asher, you've seen her convulse. What is your immediate reaction to her convulsing? I know that Trixie's run up to her. What are you doing? What are you checking for?
I'm gonna
Trixie's
do
just smacking her.
well, unfortunately my physician's touch doesn't remove exhaustion. But I am gonna do like a medicine check just to kind of like.
Well, if you want to use the key point with regard, or whatever the skill ability is with regard to this, I'll have you roll a medicine check to see if you can push something else through, if that's what you would like.
Well, I guess initially I would just rather choose to see if she needs to be stabilized. Like because from like to my end, it looks like a seizure. I don't necessarily know that she's exhausted because I was asleep.
Like a good adventurer, not a late night study fanatic.
Right.
You find out really
exactly.
cool things.
Yes. Everybody has their priorities. So in my mind, I wouldn't necessarily think to like restore her in that way right away. So I would default to just trying to like make sure that if she is like to figure out if she's really having a seizure, like what's going on. So just a straight medicine check.
Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
I'm gonna like just run over and stand there while she does that.
Are you being supportive in some way, or are you just an observer?
Just observing. I got nothing.
16.
Sure. With a 16, you quickly assess. Well, if that was a seizure, it was really short, and you know what your mom did, so you immediately know. I mean, you have skills in this area, putting someone in a recovery position, making sure that there's nothing around. You can go about all those tasks, and even as you roll her to her side to place her with her, one leg over the other, elbow, clear passageways, all the things that you know to do and you do instinctually, she coughs out water and is awake again.
And I do kind of like one of those, but not actually trying to hit her, and not doing the touch, the healing touch or whatever. But yeah. Hey.
Are you okay?
I think so.
I am so Why did you just cough out water?
It like went in my ears and then just like came out.
I turned to Asher. I'm like, did she like fall in a puddle, or like what the hell? Where?
Got me. I've stopped asking these questions. I don't know.
I turn back to Tanzanite. You're gonna have to give me a little bit more than that. We haven't been in any water.
No, I was like it was like a vision in my head, and there was like a fountain, and I told them I wanted to be ready, and they asked if I was the heir, and I said sure, just make me ready, and then water went in my ears, and then I woke up.
Okay. I think you better get some sleep. But and I like look back up over at the dragon. I'm really not quite sure what we're gonna do about that. And at this point, I would love to address the other member, the recent addition to our party, because that was definitely my intention to start with until Tanzanite.
Okay, so I'm going to take a few beats with that person individually, and then I'll get everybody going. And really quickly, for everybody in the world,
You just caught the live. You just caught the live with the double fingers.
This is Nick. He is the guest.
I caught live with the double fingers? No way. Yeah, well,
that's all right.
Hey, everybody.
It's not a children's show. It's fine.
So Nick is our guest here, and I'm not doing so hot at making this thing do what I want it to do because it's new to me. But I'm gonna try it again.
Sorry.
See if
That's Jason. Look at that sexy stud.
There we go. Ha! Figured it out. So Nick, before we get back into this story, really quickly, can you remind everybody about your podcast? And we're going to go off story mode for a moment, and then we'll go back to story mode.
Tell us who you are.
It's a great segue because my name is Nick Montecalvo. I am one half of the Off the Rails podcast. We are a comedy-based podcast. The premise is two loudmouth Italians who like to talk about food and things that bother us, which is a lot. So me and my best friend Johnny started this podcast, and we've been doing pretty well with it. We have a lot of fun doing it. Jason was a guest on, which led to obviously me being here, which was absolutely awesome. So yeah, you could check us out on Spotify, Anchor, Castbox, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We're all over the place. Off the Rails Podcast. Our Instagram is Off the Rails Podcast _ under everything, and we also have a TikTok too, which is _ Off the Rails Podcast _ That's it. That's all I got.
Well, it was really fun. I actually listened to a couple of the episodes when I was traveling down to Monterey, so it was fun. And then I had a couple moments going like, oh yeah, this this tracks. Like, I'm not Italian, but I've been living in New York City for a few years now. I'm not, and I was like, yep, this tracks. These things, these are not at all exaggerations. This all fits.
Now I will say we do tend to take a situation and obviously expand on it a little bit, but we usually stay pretty true. The stuff that we run into is pretty ridiculous, which I mean it has to be shared with the world. And I just got back from a week trip to LA to go see him, which was absolutely awesome. We spent the weekend in Vegas and wow, Las Vegas, wow. That's all I can say. Las Vegas.
Just before the stream went on, Jess, myself, and Jason were talking about Vegas, and there's a minute chance we might all go there sometime soon.
Ooh.
Minute, small chance, distant.
Ooh,
a lot of things
still
would have to line up.
Still a chance.
But, yeah, it's a fun space. I don't gamble, but there's too many things to do in Vegas.
The fun part about it is that's the question that's everybody obviously is. Did you gamble? Did you lose your ass? Honestly, all we did was me, him, and his childhood best friend Josh. We just walked around the strip, just completely hammered, just people watching and being loud and being our. It was like I wish somebody was recording because it was just a drunk version of the podcast, which was awesome.
So it was basically just the podcast.
Yeah. Well, the podcast is just our real life.
I know, but you said the drunk version of the podcast, which
yeah.
You might knock us back on the pod. I think I drank a whole bottle of wine when I was on your podcast.
Yeah, we have a few. We usually have one or two while we shots or what? So the story of the game is going really well, it sounds like.
So back to the game. So you saw the 5-headed creature emerge, and just as you were going to speak or say something, that crystal, the voice from within it rang out again, and I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
What am I rolling here?
You're rolling your D20, that's the big one, and you're adding your wisdom saving modifier. Got to throw you into the deep end right away with dice rolling.
Yeah, of course you do. Why wouldn't you? It's only fair. I just called upon a 5-headed death dragon that's probably going to annihilate us all and, make you guys wish that I probably didn't come on this podcast.
They were ready for season 2.
Campaign 2, here we come.
My wisdom is a +3.
Okay.
Come on.
My character for season 2 is just Asher's charred left foot.
19.
Okay. Nice. Plus your 19 total or
19 total. 19 total.
Okay, so you break free of the hold this crystal had on you.
Okay.
It was doing things, utilizing your knowledge, and you realize as you break free in this moment that dragon is your fault right now. And this is what got you sent away because of some predictions that may or may not have been true, but this is why you're out here in the wilds, and you've just fulfilled prophecy.
Oops.
You've just done the thing that they all had such a itch to get you not to do by sending you off, and there's more coming. And you hear the voice in the crystal, thanks, before it cuts off and the crystal starts to grow dark.
I am going to what's my position right now? Am I standing? Am I sitting? Am I laying down?
You're standing. You were holding the crystal, and almost like the crystal was a lens for the dragon's baleful stare. You were seeing the dragon as well as feeling this, and you've been kind of blind and deafened to what was going on right around you. But as you come to and this crystal releases its hold on you, you still have your mission, you still have your goal, you think, but maybe now it's too late.
So I
feel
like Zuchi right now is a little bit paralyzed because he's realizing what happened, and I think he drops to his knees, kind of his hand hand falls down, dropping the crystal out of his hand. I think he's just stunned, sitting there, kind of speechless, just kind of thinking.
It's very
Scared.
like Hamlet. Just
I think
crystal
this
up.
Scared.
Like,
I think he's definitely got a look. Eyes are wide open, mouth's open a little bit. You could tell that his hands are, kind of trembling a little bit. And, barely anything except for some gasping noises is coming out of his mouth, and it's just zoned, just completely knows that this is kind of the end, what could be the end, and is paralyzed by fear currently at the moment.
Trixie, this is your opportunity. I feel like you've been setting up for this the whole few minutes that we've been on.
Well,
3 weeks.
I would
to
have
your ass.
turned. I would have turned. I would have turned to him, and seen the state he is in, like seen him drop the crystal, and just kind of be like. And I march over and I get right in his face and I go, "What did you do? Did you do this? What? Hey, hello. What did you do?"
He's gonna look into her eyes, but almost as if he's looking right through her, still just kind of paralyzed by fear.
I slap him.
Head snaps to the left, comes right back, and just.
I throw my hands up and I walk away. All right, he's useless. All right.
Okay. As you say he's useless, can you roll a perception check?
Me?
Yes. Or actually, just tell me what your passive is. I forgot what your passive was, which is what I really need.
18.
Okay. As you were pointing your finger at him, as you were doing this, I think a little bit of what motivated you to give up on trying to pump him for information after all this buildup and tension is something feels wrong too. Not just this awful monstrosity at your back, but something else at your back is heating up. And as you turn away, you kind of try to figure out what that is, but you're also dealing with just the frustration with this individual. And so that combination is why you cut off as early as you do, why your typical stubbornness is released in this moment, and you're able to be dissuaded from continuing to grill him.
Shit. I like kind of shrug out of my bag. Normally I would be like, yeah, but no. So I shimmy out of the bag. I open it up. I call Tanzanite over. Tanzanite, I need your help. I need you. I need you, honey. I need you. You got to get up.
I'm gonna offer a hand to Tanzanite because I think she's still on the ground and I was still like kneeling next to her.
Yes, definitely.
I need somebody to help me carry this. We got to throw it in the hole.
Just throw it in.
I'm pretty sure that this thing is going to do something bad. Do you remember the flash that killed Bonnie?
Where's
Yes.
Bonnie hid.
Nowhere to
Bonnie
be
didn't
seen.
come in the cave.
Bonnie
we'll
was
get there.
a little bit more intelligent about this.
Yeah. For once, she rolled high.
Yes, she really did. She rolled really high. She's like, peace.
Yeah. But we gotta, if we're gonna, if any of us are going to survive in the next, moments, at least if my gut is telling me anything, we need to do this now because, and also to like save, everybody else.
Okay. So,
So you grab one side, I'll grab the other. Let's drag it, throw it in the hole.
do you want to take out the stuff you want to keep first?
No, not the bag. Just pull out the thing. Pull out the container.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't want to lose my stuff.
That's why I was confused.
So you, Zuchi, you see as they're pulling this thing out, a container that has a Triskelion style ornamentation of some sort on it, and various lights that are lit up now.
Ooh.
Because it is not dormant anymore.
Uh-oh.
And the two of them are lifting and pulling and dragging this thing out of the bag. that this small but furiously furry.
How big is this thing again?
It's big enough, but it's not so big that she can't carry it on her own. It's just to toss it into the cave would require a little bit of work if you're going to try to toss it, or you could walk it down there. One person can carry it easily enough when it's strapped up well, like it was in Trixie's bag. But it's not small. It's an awkward bundle. So are you carting it over?
Okay. Hold on, let me read this real fast. I haven't done this yet.
Okay, so Asher, are you doing anything while they're pulling this thing out?
I'm gonna go over to Zucchini, and then I'm gonna be like, "Hey, are you okay? You look a little out of it."
He looks over at Asher, just complete and utter terror and shame. She just looks at him with these eyes, just as if to say, you should probably get the hell out of here.
I think right now we're trying to not explode. As long as that thing doesn't fly this way, I think we're okay for right now. But yeah, I'm gonna go help not blow us up, hopefully, and then I'm gonna run over and like see if I can help.
Just as he turns around, Suchi's gonna say to him, "It's hopeless."
As I'm running away, I'm gonna turn my head over my shoulder and just say, "It's never hopeless," and then keep running.
You have no idea you have no idea what we're up against right now.
Nope, sure don't. And I'm just gonna keep going.
You are correct.
You are correct, sir.
So Jess, what did you figure out?
Okay,
Tanzanite.
so I might have last why is this word escaping me?
Leveled
Not
up?
leveled up. I was saying powered up. I was like, it's not power up. The last time we leveled up, I took animate hair.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take it and hold it out in front of me? Like, is it a weight bearing thing?
Your hair can hold some weight. It is a little heavy for your hair alone, but you can definitely use your hair to support the
How many
aspect.
pounds does it weigh?
I believe I told Trixie at the time. I don't think I have it right up here, but it was
Like I
50
remember shit
50
like
pounds.
that.
I think it was.
So would it be
Heavy
something
enough to
that
be
like
awkward.
my
Yeah,
hair
I
could?
think that's why I had to carry it.
Could it be something that my hair would mostly hold, and then like I could just assist with?
Oh yeah. I love the picture of your hair suddenly darting forward, curling up over various components, and giving it and you're like tentatively touching it with one finger.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
So.
And I'm just like running forward and just being like, "Don't drop it! Don't drop it! Don't drop it! Don't drop it!" And then like once I feel like I'm far enough in, I'm gonna chuck it.
Okay, so you and Trixie are both running forward with this. Your hair's
No. I'm gonna try to like push her away. That's why I want to try to.
All right. So Trixie, would you resist her pushing you away?
I mean, I was gonna let what she said go, but if her hair all of a sudden
It starts
comes alive and starts wrapping around the thing,
it's that like it's like long and purpley and like just
it will definitely give me pause.
Says the squirrel, anthropomorphic squirrel.
Pause. Give me pause. I'm eating peanuts. Is that ironic?
Yeah, you should mash those up.
Eat them like a squirrel. Eat them like a squirrel. Eat them like a squirrel.
You should tuck them in your cheeks.
just shove them in there.
No, I got enough.
Okay.
It would have like startled me, and I would probably have accidentally let go.
Okay, so Tanzanite, can I have you roll me a strength check?
Yes.
Just for the fun of this, because I want you to be amazing.
Skills. Oh wait, strength, so just a straight
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, just a strength.
Okay. I mean, I'm not at a negative number.
That's good.
I'm pretty sure you're the strongest in the group.
Yeah, I am at a negative number.
Unnatural 20.
Hey,
Hey,
Did
I
you
rolled
say
a
unnatural
19.
or 19? Okay, good.
unnatural.
19 plus.
1.
Okay.
Oh wait, I am stronger than you. Oh,
Apparently, maybe the levels up have been.
If you need
helpful
my
in-
negative
Maybe.
1 strength modifier, I can run over.
So, you toss it in, and since you're alone, but you are successful at getting a good toss, it kind of rolls down the incline a little bit before getting caught in a part of the tunnel and doesn't make it fully down there. It's still close enough to the entrance that, based on the last time one of these blew up, you know that everybody's going to be caught in the blast. So it's your decision what you want to do.
Yeah, Jessica, who's a human, needs 2 seconds to pull up her things that she can do.
I mean, I would have recovered and followed behind, so I'm assuming I would see this happen.
Yes. Do you want to assist her in some way or give her advice?
Yeah. I don't know if it's possible to
got
like. I'm trying to think of what I have in my.
Asher, you've been running up behind as well at this point because you were running up from before. So as they've both paused, they're considering, are you running up as well?
Okay, so wait, you didn't chuck it in the hole, or you did chuck it in the hole?
I did, but it didn't go like fully
stuck.
Okay.
I
don't know if it's a good idea, but it's an idea.
Asher, could you roll a perception check since you're the only one not currently worried about that? Like, Trixie definitely saw it get caught up. Tanzanite know it got caught up.
10.
10.
Okay. Just because I'm speedy, let me know if I can do this. I'm going to run back to my bag, pull out my bedroll, run to the edge of the hole, and over my head try to chuck my bedroll at the thing so that it hits it and like knocks it loose.
Okay.
I guess I need to understand how it got caught. Is it like on a ledge, or is it like
it's just the side of the wall stopped it. This wasn't a dramatic hole down deep. It was a space that you went down, and then it's a gentle.
Yeah.
I mean,
I want to get it.
Originally, it was a bunker.
Right.
If we think about modern day perspective, it was a bunker. It's a gentle incline down. It just got caught on the side there.
Right. So I want to try to hit it with something. Hit it, but with something soft.
Okay, go ahead and roll an athletics check.
Okay. Well, you have not done well, and you have not done well. All right.
Resorting the dice. Asher, with your 10, you have the opportunity to listen for things, and you can hear there's beeping coming from the object that they've tossed in there, and you know that there's more of those down there.
Okay.
2. 7.
7. There was
25.
7 more.
25. Oh my gosh. You got to just use your words.
That's what was my roll. 25.
25. Okay. With a 25, you hit it, you knock it, and it kind of spins for a little bit, and it slowly keeps rolling down.
How far away is it? How far away
It's
is the
about
thing from
15
me?
feet away from you.
Okay, so I want to
Slowly rolling further.
Rolling.
I'm going to misty step to it,
Okay.
grab it again, and chuck it even further, and then misty step out.
Okay. Roll an athletics check.
Okay. Come on, be on my side. You have been thus far. Wait, athletics.
No more bedroll.
Okay, come on.
Buy a new one.
That's if we live.
Okay.
in the
Okay.
next 10 minutes.
Plus 16.
Okay. You chuck it a few feet, and then do you misty step back out? It's only gone a few feet, though. You've not really increased the progress right now. Like, to give you perspective, I don't know how many of you have had to carry a 50-pound dog food bag. You don't chuck those very far.
Yeah.
Says
Okay,
you.
But it's round, right? The
It
container.
is semi-cylindrical with a bunch of different protrusions on it, including the
Okay.
buttons and lights.
So then, if it only went so far, I am going to run to it, pick it
Mhm.
up, and run as fast as I can, as far as I can. Because in Tanzanite's head, she assumes that something will indicate that something major is about to happen, and then she'll drop it and leave.
Okay, roll an intelligence check as you're running down. And everybody else who sees her do this, what is your reaction to her picking it up and running down the deeper into the
I'm going
space?
to run after her.
Same. I'm following
Awesome.
because
Awesome.
I'm faster anyway.
Zuchi,
So
you see all three of these wonderful fools with their foolish bravery running down into the tunnel with this beeping object. The dragon still seeming to stare balefully in your direction. What, if anything, are you doing right now?
Nothing else is in my head, right? Oh, you said I broke free of that.
Yeah, you are free of that piece, and now that the crystal is not in your hand, you're not having to roll additional wisdom saves.
And they just ran. What they have is not the crystal that I dropped, right? Or
No.
was it? Okay.
No, this is a totally different style of object. You've not seen one of these Triskelion designs before. It is not part of the royal collection. You may actually roll a history check.
Okay.
Let's see if you've encountered this before.
What am I rolling for a history check?
The D20 again, and you are rolling it on your skills list.
On my skills list.
Jess, while he's rolling that, what is happening with you? What happened with your roll?
A 17.
Beautiful. You think you know what might occur with. It feels like faster beeping means more likely to be dangerous. It feels like faster blinking, same thing. And some of the traditions of the old world that's been mostly forgotten, have not changed. Green to yellow means things are getting worse. Yellow to orange, not so good. Red would be really bad. And orange is blinking right now. And you feel like, okay, I can do this. I can make this down there. Trixie.
As I'm running, I just want to do this before I want to actively yell back, "Don't follow me because I can't get everyone back out." And then keep running.
Okay.
Get yourself back out.
Trixie and Asher, you're running down as well. I asked you to roll intelligence checks. Were you able to do that?
Oh.
Or maybe I didn't ask you. I asked you in my head, maybe. Zuchi, what'd you get for your history check?
I got a 18 total.
Oh, okay. So with an 18, I'll say that probably during your early tutelage, there was a room that you remember being sat in, and it was covered in books, but they sat you there for hour after hour because this was the place that all of the young royals were sent. It was a part of your rite of passage, and you don't remember the end of the experience because that is not a part of your memory. You do remember waking up in the medical ward of the Royal Infirmary, but during that experience, that time where you were in that space, you felt your strengths and abilities grow so much. And you remember right before you lost consciousness, seeing light leaking out from behind some of those books, and that same Triskelion design that she just went running down into the cave with. And you don't remember exactly all the details of that, but every royal and the royals in your family, they are some of the most powerful people who made it to this side of the veil 500 years ago.
Okay.
Those born on this side, only those who've been in that room have had the abilities you've had, have had the success in life that you've had.
So I'm going to snap to and turn my head in the direction as to where Tanzanite and the rest of the crew whiz past, and kind of gauge to see how far away. Can I see Tanzanite?
Not
Or
anymore. She's deep
not anymore.
within the same bunker you were in before, where you recovered the crystal.
I'm going to. Let's see, the fastest way to get to her. How far away do you think she is?
She's beyond your sight. Go ahead and roll a perception check to see if you have an idea about, or maybe a survival check, whichever one you feel is higher, to see if you can kind of quickly calculate or intuit.
Like literally everybody has a plan to get Tanzanite out of this hole right now.
Okay. Asher, what did you roll for your intelligence check?
12.
Okay. Trixie, what did you roll for your intelligence check?
19.
Okay. Trixie, with a 19, you kind of come to the same conclusions that Tanzanite does. And if you can stay close enough, you can maybe do something or stop her before the beeping or the lights get worse. Asher, I think for you, you are following because these are your friends. And you don't leave your friends. These are this is new for you because you've mostly been alone, or even though you've been in a city of and had family and people in the tavern. But this is peers. These are peers who are as strong as you are in different ways, but still as strong as you are. So the two of you might be both still running off unless you say otherwise. Zuchi, what are you up to?
So I rolled 17 total.
17 total.
Mm-hmm.
You're uncertain. You think if you really book it, you could get there and help them get out. But you don't know exactly where they're going in that space. The only one that was super fast though was that little squirrel. So you're pretty sure with your speed you could get caught up in time to help them get out.
Can I get because I want to try. I gotta get to that obviously that object that she has, because I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's something that's going to help us make us all, or me, stronger or strong enough to do this. So I have a plan. My plan is to get up and start booking it over to Trixie. I'm going to pick Trixie up and I'm going to throw her at Tanzanite. And as I'm picking her up, I'm going to tell her, you need to get that object. And I'm just going to, with all my strength, boom, right into the cavern and chuck her in. So I'm going to imagine I'm going to need to roll some kind of strength roll for this.
You are in a second. Trixie, are you going to resist this or are you going with it?
I'm going to go with it, but as
unhappily.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be the same thing. Like I may not necessarily see it coming or like feel it coming because I'm so focused on trying to catch up to Tanzanite. But as he says that, I'm going to say, like, if I don't know if I even have time, I'm going to say, if we don't lose it, we all burn.
Trust me, it's not what you think it is. This is going to be beneficial. Go ahead.
Roll an athletics check.
All right. 14 total.
Okay. It's not your best work, not your best toss in all of your time.
I'm very lucky I'm a monk.
Ranger. And it does help that she is a monk and can, at this point, I think you can literally run up walls, right?
I think so. I think I have that.
So I'm going to consider this a general speed boost. But Tanzanite has been booking it, and I've been rolling dice on how well she's been doing. Tanzanite, you are in the room with all the other ones, and they're all blinking and beeping, and their lights are all orange as well. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw, and I am sorry to say The save on this
Oh no.
is a 25.
Wow.
I don't know if you can roll high enough for that.
Without.
So it's a wisdom saving throw. I know that you are a cleric. You have a bonus to your wisdom saves. There's a chance. What do you need to roll in order to make this successful? What do you need to get?
I don't know. This is math. I have a +7 to my wisdom saving throws.
Okay, so you need an 18, I believe, or higher. I could be mathing wrong.
This has been doing well
Nat
thus
20,
far.
Nat 20, Nat 20, Nat 20.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Uh-oh.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 3.
Okay, 3 plus 7 is still
So
a
10.
number. So
Hey, double digits.
you enter that room, and the water globe is in front of you, but it's not really there. You're not really there, and that globe of water is there, and you hear in your head, "You'll be ready. Do you want others here, or is it just for you?" And you know you have a second to decide if you want your friends here or not.
I want my friends.
This is it. This is all I can do for you. After this, I'm done. And
Wait, what's your name?
Trixie, you are in the midst of flying down the hall, doing, Sonic the Hedgehog style circles of the top, bottom, and side to make sure that every step you take is the perfect step before suddenly, thump, you are running and flying straight for that wall of Triskelion cylinders. Asher, you've been jogging down there and seeing your friends zip by. You see Zuchi zip by. You see Zuchi launch your other friend. And just as you're about to have a reaction to that, you too are spinning, flipped in the air, and land sprawled, looking up at this wall, this embankment of these Triskelion-style devices. Zuchi, you too are pulled into the room, and you see the same object she has in her arms, but there are so many more in this room. And as your eyes all take in these devices, all in one space, all together, the lights turn red. I need everybody to make Constitution saving throws. Thank goodness Bonnie's not in here. She might have to bring you all back to life.
Oh, God.
Hey, guys. So I'm going to do this roll. Constitution, you say, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jace, you got any luck points left?
I'm good. 21. Hope I'm good. I can get us out of this room, but I don't know if we're supposed to stay now. I don't know. I'm very confused. I feel like Asher wants out of this room. So that maybe that's all that matters. Did a dice just go flying? I think Nick's dice just flew.
I think Nick lost his dice, or he's currently performing a ceremony of reclamation.
He gave
on
up.
It,
He said,
that's
"I
what
quit."
he's running
I
in
dropped
fear.
my dice. Constitution. Hey, I also got a 21.
Oh,
Hey.
2 21s. Okay. Trixie.
For the record, that was a 19 plus 2. I did not get a nat 20.
16.
Okay. Tanzanite.
8.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Zuchi and Asher, you see the most of this event. Trixie, you have a few eye blinks before your world is white and you fall unconscious. Tanzanite, I'll get back to you.
Oh, no. No.
Zuchi and Asher, the entire array seem to break. And unlike the previous time where this occurred under a fountain, Asher, or in a fountain of water, this time it all seems to go in slow motion. Particles seem to expand in all directions. If you imagine a firework going off, but instead of a singular firework going off, it's more when you have displays of fireworks going off all in all directions, except these were regimented rows of these cylinders. So it's deafening, blinding, but yet you still perceive throughout this. And your bodies start to take damage. But also your bodies start to change and you feel lighter. You feel smarter. You feel stronger. You feel with every particle of your being that you are a tea bag set in hot water, infused beyond all belief. You are expanding and it is tearing you apart and it hurts immensely. Trixie feels none of it because she's unconscious.
Hey.
But it's also happening to her, and you can see her body start to glow. The fur, which you have to assume would be happening to all the hair on your body as well, standing on end, even as she absorbs this power.
Now I'm a glowing fighting squirrel.
Tanzanite seems to disappear. Her body seems to be nothing more than a wraith. And you have a moment to witness her face, and then all you see is a dark, starry night where her body once was before the explosions finish and you too black out. The first to come awake is Asher and Zuchi, kind of slowly, groggily waking up at the same time. The room is barren. There's no sign of any of the equipment that was here. You tingle in every extremity. Trixie lays to the side, curled up and tucked against the wall, breathing. Tanzanite lays central. And Tanzanite, would you go ahead and roll a d20?
Just a d20?
Yep, just a d20, a friendly little d20.
Okay. $14.
Beautiful. Would you go ahead and roll a d100 now?
Oh, I'm not with y'all. I don't have Jason's fancy
Oh, you got
D100.
You want me to roll it for you? It's right here.
This thing is a monster, Nick. I don't know if you've seen this.
Okay.
Woo! Look at that fancy boy.
Jess, do you want Jason to roll the d100 for you?
Actually, yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Okay, are we gonna go dice
Don't
tray, or
fuck
should I
us
just
up.
roll it across the room?
Dice floor.
Dice
Floor?
Floor.
Dice floor. Dice floor.
Dice floor.
That's a great ad. Dice floor.
Willow, don't pick it up.
Boomer's like, what you got, Dad? What is this?
No.
That's a 26.
You never know. You don't know what it's for.
That's actually the day I was born.
Ooh.
Ooh. This is cool.
This
you
is cool.
See,
You're dead.
You see on Trixie, and Trixie, I will talk to you a little bit about this later, but you see that shadows seem to cling. This is very on brand. Shadows seem to cling to Tanzanite's form. That is very cool. Okay, Tanzanite, can you or somebody else roll for her another D100?
Go for it, Jason.
Let's have a desk one this time. Their floor.
So wait,
luck
who's
wasn't that good. Told you your floor luck wasn't that good.
What did you break?
Taking out things.
73.
Oh my god.
So wait, who has the shadows clinging to them?
Me.
Tanzanite.
Tanzanite.
But you see it.
Okay.
1? What is this? Oh, you're
Okay.
focusing.
Sorry, I have to read these teeny tiny things. They're too small. As I wrote
Teeny
them, too
tiny
small.
things. They're too
D100
small to
table,
read.
There's a lot.
There's a lot to read. Teeny tiny things.
Okay. This other one is going to be one that I just share with Jess separately in a second, but for right now, it's all good.
You can shoot lasers out of your eyes now.
Yeah.
mm,
Your primary attack.
You're now a shadow dragon.
when
roar.
what do the two of you do, seeing shadows kind of fluctuating around Tanzanite, seeing Trixie still unconscious but breathing? What are the two of you up to?
Okay, wait, what is Tanzanite doing?
Tanzanite is hard to see through the obscuring shadows that are flickering around her form.
Okay.
But she is prone on the
Drinking
ground.
some tea, you know.
I guess first I'll just be like, hello, are you alive? Hello. Hello.
To Tanzanite?
Both of them. Just
To both
general,
of them?
a general wellness check.
Just everyone
Okay.
sound off.
So Tanzanite, I would like you to roll a...
How much damage did I take any damage?
We're not going to count the damage because
Okay.
that would be cruel at this point. But Tanzanite, can you roll a... I think we're just going to do a... It's like you're performing medicine on yourself, but it's a self-medicine check, but you're doing it with disadvantage. Trixie, you're doing it with advantage.
Even though I'm asleep still?
Yeah, this isn't really a medicine check so much as whether or not
Okay.
your body is going to respond to somebody in the
Okay.
state that it's currently in. I'm kind of making you roll the medicine check rather than Asher, since Asher isn't really doing medicine.
This is with advantage, you said, right?
Yes, you have advantage. Tanzanite has disadvantage
Okay.
because you didn't roll a 3.
Medicine. Oh, thank God.
Okay, Tanzanite, what did you get?
Oh, shit. Now I gotta count again. Was it? Uh, 14?
Okay, Trixie, what did you get?
17, but only because I have a +8 modifier.
Yeah, I have a +7.
Both of your rolls were pretty dang low because I know you both have pretty high medicine checks. Trixie, you start coming to, and as you start coming to, I need you to roll a D100.
Oh dear. All right. Wait. 00 is like single digits, right?
That's 100.
If you have a all zeros, then it's 10.
100.
If you have a it's hard because like you have to think about how you would count them up, right? And then
Right.
stick with that. So if you have a 1 and double zeros, that would just be 1, right?
2.
Okay, so you have a 2. So like if you want the
I knew it
100,
was 200, so I just wanted to make sure.
yeah. If you want the 100,
It has to be the 10
yeah, it
and
has
0.
to be the 10 and zeros. I think
Got
that's what we figured out before. That's why Jason's one is so much more fun. It's the big, huge dice, and it definitely has very clear numbers on it.
Yes.
Do you need me to run it out to you?
No. Just roll it down the hallway. No, I'm just kidding. Please don't.
It'll hit the gate.
Huh?
It'll hit the dog gate.
Otherwise, it would just keep rolling. That's fine.
Oh, well, that's
I don't know if I like that reaction.
kind of fun.
I definitely don't like that reaction.
So,
That's a
Rick
mess.
has a list of 100 X-Men.
as Tanzanite or as Trixie comes to, and you hear Asher's the end of Asher's call for you, to see if you're awake, and you're able to respond, but the tingling you feel is intense. It is like the blood has left every extremity, as well as your core, your head, your nose, and you're having those blood is flowing back into place tingles. And even as you have this realization and you're about to respond, I need you to roll another D100.
Oh, Jesus, Mary Joseph.
Hey, you could have rolled a 3.
Could have rolled a 3.
88.
Okay.
Someone's going back to the future.
As she kind of sits up and she disappears.
Oh,
Trixie, you're still there. You have nothing's changed for you, but Zuchi and Asher, she just vanished from sight.
I'm gonna like run over to where she was and just be like trying
roll a
to feel
dexterity
the
check.
space where she
Actually,
was.
just hitting her.
I mean, I would.
Where did you go?
get back
14.
here! Damn it!
14. You run over, and just as you think you're about to trip, Trixie actually quickly like catches you, and an invisible force is suddenly holding you, but you can feel the fur on it.
Hello?
What? Why?
Why are
Can
you
I-
invisible?
And I like look. Can I see myself, or can I not? Like,
As you look to yourself, you see nothing.
ah!
And I need you to roll another D100. This is my favorite. This is like somehow she rolled the perfect things for a very goofy.
Is it 60? Oh, how do I tell the difference? Oh, 68.
Oh, you don't look pleased by that at all.
What'd you get?
68.
68. Sorry, I have to go back to the page that I was on, which I lost somehow. These are really hard to see. They really should make them bigger. Oh wait, I need one.
Hi, Andy. I wish I could have planned that idiot. No.
Oh, I love this.
Hey!
So as you look at yourself, your body starts to come back into visual, and you can see yourself, and everybody else, Azuchi and Asher, you certainly see her. And even as that's occurring, Trixie, you see Asher turn into a skeleton, and you are technically frightened of Asher.
I let go of his hand, and I use a key point, and I try to step in the wind as back as far in the room as I can.
Yeah, you're like, she suddenly switches from kind of out of sorts and starting to just a frightened creature in the corner. If her hair wasn't already on end, it would definitely be on end now. And Asher, you're you. There's nothing that's changed. Zuchi, you see nothing to be alarmed about.
Where did she go? She's not here anymore.
Well, she's visible again.
Oh.
But you can see her tucked into the corner, kind of
Oh,
like
there you
a
are.
cat that's scared.
Are
No,
you-
you didn't stay. What?
What's the matter?
What do you mean? What's the matter? Look at you.
And could you roll another D100? Because this is the
Me?
last one. Yes. You rolled my favorite.
I feel like
This is
I'm
like a little
Jack
side
Jack from The
comedy show.
Incredibles. I just go through like
You kind of
5
rolled
different
for
phases.
it. You kind of rolled for it. You kind of got that roll.
43.
Okay, 43. Last one, unless you do something crazy.
You can now summon a pizza anywhere you are.
I need that skill.
Same.
No, you don't.
Yes,
No,
he
you
does.
don't.
Yes, he does.
You've invented pizza
Um,
and now can summon it.
Your fear is such that you suddenly just wish you were in a different location, and then you are. You are 20 feet away. And as the fear fades, because that last magical effect from that fades away, and you turn to see where Asher is, you see that he's not a skeleton. And you are aware that you were in a state of some sort of outwardly induced fear And as you even have that thought, you again poof and appear closer to Asher. Even as you thought to get closer to him, you are closer to him. And just so I can read this last part for you, for the next minute, you can teleport up to 20 feet as a bonus action on each of your turns.
For a
Just
minute.
for the next minute. You're basically a teleporting squirrel for a moment.
Oh, you got to be excited by this and just start poofing all around the room.
Poof, 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 poof.
How did you do that?
I don't know, but you're no longer a skeleton, so that's good.
I don't think I ever was, but that's cool.
You definitely were to me.
What is happening?
I don't
We need to
know.
get out of. Okay, you're awake. Tanzanite.
And I think that I'm going to walk over to Tanzanite, and all of a sudden I'm next to her.
Nope.
Jesus Christ!
And you're in the midst of those shadows that kind of encircle her.
And I'm like, and then as soon as I think to like back up, now I'm 20 feet away again. And then I go to walk, but I don't know if I can. Is it just always 20 feet or is it up to 20 feet?
Up to 20 feet.
Okay. At which point, I'm going to, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take Trixie. Hang on. I'm just going to roll for it. Okay. Hang on. Roll low. Nope. That's not low. Okay. For expediency here, she proceeds to go and jump back 5 times before she figures it out, like how to not actually just land on top of Tanzanite.
Since I walked over to Tanzanite, as you appear next to us at the last time, I'm just gonna be like, God, I'm gonna put a bell on you. Hold still.
I think I've got it now, and I poof to just be on the other side of him.
As you try to poof to the other side of him, the spell's worn off.
Aww.
A minute has passed.
So you're
And
just like,
nothing happens.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna sit down.
The wild magic table, folks, if you get the opportunity, have some reason for there to be a wild magic table moment. It doesn't always go this well, but sometimes it's brilliant.
Tanzanite,
Awesome.
why are you covered in shadow ghosts?
She's still unconscious at this point, but she does seem to be coming to consciousness.
I'm gonna say words that do a thing. Maybe not. I don't know.
I'm gonna crawl over to her on my hands and knees so that I don't move. Like, I don't trust that it's gone, but also I need to go over and do a medicine check.
Yeah, maybe I'll just also do a medicine check because I don't know what's happening.
I'm going to find a nice little rock and sit down and start playing my instrument. Patiently waiting for the freakouts to stop.
Okay. Suchi's just like, yeah, when people act crazy, you just chill out with your song.
My medicine check was 19.
Okay. I think that you're able to quickly help revive Tanzanite. You kind of quickly see that something has fried her. And there's a lot of the same things that you felt in your body are clearly going on around her and your body. And maybe it's just how you've dealt with arcane energies in the past allowed you to channel that. And you do feel that you have this well of power ready and waiting for something. It can't go unused. But it's clear that when Tanzanite lost consciousness, she was not able to channel much of this power, and it's now just coursing through her body in every which way. Cool.
Wait, I feel like I have.
You
power?
also feel like you have, like, from that first thing, from when you had the magic or the explosions occurring, that same thing was being infused into you, but because you remained conscious through it, and this is just the mechanic piece for everybody. Those who remained conscious were able to keep it from doing something crazy. Those
Like
who
turning
went
you
unconscious
invisible.
early on were not able to control it.
Wait.
They're doing fist bumps over there.
We were doing our Italy pose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, America.
Hello, America.
All right. Lunatics, all of us. All right, so cool. Larissa, Asher, Zuchi, you're all kind of awake. Zuchi's playing music in the background. Perfect. Tanzanite, you come awake to this space where they are. I mean, it's not what you expected to happen, but you are coming to, and you see your friends gathered around you, and strange elf in the background playing music.
Are there still like shadows around me and whatnot?
Oh yeah, there are shadows all around you. And you also feel that same feeling of something coursing through your body, as well as something undefined else.
So wait, sorry, I got distracted. What now?
If you're on audio only, Nick is playing his ocarina for us.
Oh, we can hear it on the audio.
Oh wait, yeah.
I love that song.
Okay. So hopefully we don't get
So-
DMC'd for that. but
I
that's
was
okay.
gonna say we don't have to cover it.
No.
Nobody
None of us are
knows what
professionals.
that is.
The AI is nothing. All right. So what do you have?
So wait, you said that I feel different. What now?
You feel the same thing that I described for Asher, that kind of like electrified power going on. Same thing as for Trixie, same thing for Zuchi.
Mhm.
In addition, you can see the black shadow veiling your form. And you can see and feel something else that will require investigation.
Yeah, I definitely.
All prior curses are currently dissipated.
Oh. Interesting.
Yay!
Thanks, buddy.
The
Thanks,
thing
pal.
that I'm like unsure of, like, do I have an innate feel of how I can investigate this further? Is this like a dive within myself, or is this something I can like physically grab and look at?
I think it's really up to you, but I think that you could, given time, figure this out. But in this moment, you are seeing your friends in this space. Your friend Tanzanite's got her hair all afluff. The boy has hair in all directions as well, but a little bit more contained. The new boy also seems to have the same sort of thing.
Practically Super Saiyans right now.
I'm gonna go out and find Tiamat and yell Hadouken at the top of my lungs.
Hadouken.
I'm taking that as not literal,
Correct.
but I like the idea.
Can I want to just like take a second and maybe close my eyes and just try to focus on that other thing
Okay.
for a second.
Cool. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Okay, so 22.
Ooh.
in your studies as a student of the clerical schools, there was a lot of talk about where these new abilities were coming from, where they were emerging from, and there were a lot of theoreticals. And a lot of the theory surrounded your gods. They as a ecclesiastical order focused on death, it was very much a discussion to be had to kind of parse why abilities were in existence. And Andy's cracking me up. You vaguely recall a theory by someone who was considered a bit of a crackpot, was kicked out of the order at some point. You remember that this individual thought that there was something to be understood scientifically about the god that you worshipped or you thought you worshipped, and that these weren't beings of the old order of gods where they were omnipotent and all powerful, but these were different. These were very powerful beings, but they had strict rules and roles. And you remember vaguely that there was the idea espoused by this person that a mortal being could acquire the ability to become one of these creations or creatures or but whatever it was, it's vague to you, but for whatever reason this little nugget reminds you of that lecture, even though later your mother and many other leaders of the order said disregard anything that you'd learned from that individual. It sticks with you, maybe for the drama of how they were removed and sent out of the city, but it sticks with you. And then this object within your own body, which isn't really an object, but it's just a space or a place, and it seems to embody that which you've worshipped, except it's yours now.
TLDR, we ate your god.
I want to just look around and I want to open my eyes, look around, and just be like, is everyone okay?
I think so. I feel very weird.
Yeah.
I feel like I could possibly punch a hole in that wall or something. I don't know. But all of you guys looked very dead for a second, but I'm glad to see you're okay. Well, he didn't, but you two did. I think I was torn
the new
apart.
boy is here as well.
Yes. I think I was torn apart and put back together or something. It was I felt like I got blown up, but didn't get blown up. It's very confusing. I think my hat's okay, and that's what's important.
And you said that those things aren't here anymore, right?
The room seems barren of all of the what looked like ancient equipment. It's gone, all of it.
So now it's
almost
just like stone
it was,
walls.
Yeah, it's just rough stone walls. It's not even the stone walls of the more finished portions of the original space. In fact, looking back down the hall, you don't see any of those old plasticate materials of the world from before.
Should we get out of this hole in the ground?
Yeah, we should probably go check on everyone above ground.
I hope our cats are okay, and Bonnie, and I don't know if anybody else was still in the village. All right, new guy, you coming?
Boomer.
As he says that, I'm gonna obviously stop playing my instrument, and I'm gonna stand up and start walking towards everybody.
I'll be like, I have drums. Jam session later.
Fair. Well, now seems a good a time as any to properly introduce myself. My name is Zuchi. I come from a place far away from here, a place that you probably wouldn't know of or recommend. It's neither here or there, but I come from a royal family, and if I'm being completely honest, I was outcasted from that family and sent on this mission. There was a prophecy that my people had foreseen of a great evil that would engulf the land and destroy everything in its wake would be awakened by me, and I was outcasted, not believing that the prophecy would come true. I set on my own mission to destroy this evil before it could ever come into existence. That's when I ran into you lot. First and foremost, let me apologize for my previous actions. I was, as you can tell, on a very distinct mission to thwart what has now come to fruition. I want everybody to...
It was our word of the day.
That was incredible.
Was it really?
Yes, thwart was the word.
Let's
go!
The fact that you weren't here yet for that is amazing.
Oh,
That you
that's
did that.
brilliant.
I love that. TikTok.
Oh, you
Okay.
made a
Have
sign.
TikTok signs.
Do we all have to get a sign now? Is that the rule?
Yes.
Word.
So-
We should just run music behind it. Anytime anybody uses word of the day, just quietly in the background, it goes "Word of the day."
Hey.
You get like a D4 for any roll.
What you should do is you should get any a free luck reroll.
I feel like that's just DM inspiration right there. You have a D6 next time you want to use it on anything.
There you go. There you go.
Let's go. All right, to get back to what I was saying.
Sorry, we took you out of the role play.
Back when I was a child, there was an ancient ritual that my people performed. I don't know much about it.
I'm
I
gonna
just
take out my journal and just start writing.
I don't remember much about it, but what I can tell you from what I do remember is that when we were children, we were placed in a very sacred chamber. We were gathered there and amongst ourselves, weren't given any instruction on what to do. These were mainly nobles, royalties, people of high stature, their children. Being royalty myself, obviously, I was one of them. I don't remember much, but I remember a blast of light exuding from all areas of the chamber, and very, very briefly did I see the symbol of the same symbol that was just on that talisman or whatever it was, object that had just exploded. But what I can tell you is I don't remember much from the first experience, but I remember coming to and being more powerful, stronger, faster, wiser. I believe, if I'm correct, which I offer the same sensation that I have right now, was one that my body remembered. I think the same thing just happened to us, but on an exponential level. I think it would be wise before we go out. I think we're strong enough. I don't know, but what I do know is that we're all different now, and we need to get adapted to our new abilities and changes before we go out and conquer whatever that dastardly bastard is that I conjured up.
Hi, I'm Asher.
Hi.
Hi. I am not from a royal family. I grew up in a tavern, and I am a poet, and maybe you've heard of me. If not, that's okay. But yeah. So nice to meet you, and I'm glad that your attitude has improved.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that little bit of information about yourself. It's funny because I'm actually a pretty good guy. I just got caught up in the moment. For that, I apologize. Squirrel, I know this is coming. I can see you looking at me. You're going to have words. You're going to have words. It's fine.
No, she just stares at you with that look on her face.
I'm going to wink.
That's all you're getting.
I'm going to wink at you.
That's Trixie.
I get. Hi, Trixie.
Just to clarify, so you got exiled only for the prophecy to come true?
Correct.
Oh,
That's rough.
Tanzanite.
How you feeling?
Hi.
Are you okay, buddy? Are you
Me? No, I'm very not okay.
okay? I wouldn't be either.
No, I'm.
So, do you know anything about that creature, or do you just know that you were going to release it?
I can't
or
tell
was the
you.
prophecy just said it will be something?
They didn't really tell me as they were giving me the old boot, but I can tell you that it's something that has been in our lore for a long time, and I don't know much about it. I just know that it was something that my people never talked about. I only heard about in whispers, and everyone was afraid of it.
So no name, no nothing. All hush hush.
Oh yes, there is a name. I have cease. There it is. The great evil was known as Tantamut. Tiamat. There it is. Tiamat. He's an evil dragon god that is obsessed with power, and the lore says that my people had extinguished him and sealed him in a chamber in a crystal. And the only way to destroy him without him being released was to destroy the crystal before anything bad happens. I had that opportunity, and what they said would happened. I was taken over by something, and in my blind rage, I released it, and yeah, that was terrifying. But I think we got it. We'll be fine. We'll be great. We got a nice power up. We're gonna figure out some new abilities. We're all gonna be just fine.
Hey, so I feel like if you go to like a battle of wills with a giant 5-headed god and it doesn't go your way, it's not necessarily your fault. You know, shit happens. Hopefully it doesn't eat the world.
Not if we have anything to say about it. It won't.
I don't. All right.
All right. So what I'm going to do right
we need an
now
audio
is
translation of this face Larissa's making right now.
we are at the break time. So we're going to go ahead and take a break. We will be back in about 30 minutes. Enough time for dogs to get walked. One day I'm going to have an animation to replace this period of time with like a person walking a dragon or something like that. That would be really cool. But until that, we're just going to deal with a little bit of silence. And I hope you all enjoy the break. Come back, see us at about good grief, 6:15 Pacific time, 8:15 Central, 9:15 Eastern.
Hey.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull us all out of the space for right now, and I will catch up with you all after our break.
All right, 9.
Just so you...
Did we lose?
He's not back at his seat yet. I don't.
Got it.
I'm curious, Jess and Larissa, can you see everybody's cameras in the bottom tray when we're not ready to launch?
I think you have to be an admin to see the waiting room.
Okay, it's $15 per seat, and I didn't want to spend more money on something that was experimental.
It's okay.
No.
Okay, well, at some point, maybe we'll all be admins when we're actually making money off of this.
If you'd like us all to be admins, send me $15 on Venmo at... I got you.
Awesome. Gonna add...
All
right. Before we jump back into the story, Jason, are you ready?
I am.
Oh.
I almost forgot, but I am. Usually everybody else forgets, but okay. Throughout the history of humankind, certain inventions have heralded the dawn of a new age. The discovery of fire and stone tools separated us from animals. The wheel gave us the ability to move heavy objects over long distances. Metal tools and weapons enabled us to stab and dismember each other in new and creative ways. Sailing ships gave us the ability to stab people from distant lands, and gunpowder gave us the ability to blow them up. The list goes on. The supercomputer, the internet, online video streaming subscriptions. Each of these things advanced the human race in ways that nobody foresaw. And now, we welcome the latest, greatest thing humankind has ever invented, the doodad. With the doodad, you'll feel superior to all your neighbors and smarter than any scientist. The doodad will make you invincible to COVID-19. The doodad will make you a better cook, a better lover, and a better person. But don't take our word for it. Listen to these testimonials from real customers. Doodad changed my life. As soon as it arrived in the mail, all the hair on my head grew back. Aliens tried to abduct me, but I fended them off with my doodad. Thanks, doodad.
Yeah, I remember I sold a doodad to a guy down the street one time. Him and we were trying to do a little something. He sold me a doodad. It was broken, but, it was still a good product. Sorry, I had to.
Ever since I got my doodad, the ghost that haunts my basement leaves me alone now. I used to be really depressed, but then I got a doodad. I'm still really depressed, but at least I have something shiny to look at. Get your doodad today! Probably for entertainment purposes only. The claims in this ad have not been verified by the FDA, CIA, or any other regulatory agency.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
My lips didn't want to cooperate with the cooperate. They still don't want to cooperate. I'm done. Have a good night, guys. Yeah.
Good night.
Well done, sir.
Roll a
Well done.
d20 to see if you leave.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. These are getting really, really entertaining, and probably somebody's going to have to start sponsoring us just to help us curtail this, or apply your talents to their ad copy.
Oh, God.
Okay, so welcome back to Probability of Demise. I hope you have liked, subscribed, and hit the bell icon just for fun. And we are looking forward to seeing you all in our chat, joining the Andy fans. All right.
Hello, Andy, leader of our fans.
Yes. Andy is El Presidente of our fan club.
I'm pretty sure, if we ever do a Comic-Con panel, that Andy has to come and be the host of it.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's projecting future of actually super high, awesome success. But we'll be like, Andy, we got to fly you out. Sorry, dude. I guess you have to bring the kids. No, okay, fine.
Also, what you were looking for there is not if, but when you do succeed.
He's down.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome, buddy. I got you.
All right, so we are in this space below. You have not seen the surface in a little bit since you've been unconscious for who knows how long, awake, discovering new things about each other. The entire space seems to be reduced to the natural stone walls around you. You heard from Zuchi what I will say is a huge lore dump of information that I did not have to share, which I am super appreciative of. That was awesome. And you are at your own devices. What are the four of you up to?
I'm going to do a check on myself to see how much my power has grown.
Roll for super
Okay.
science.
So go ahead and let's just have you roll an Arcana check because you're really trying to analyze the magic that's currently infused into your body.
I've got the magic in me.
Sing it.
No, we can't afford the copyright.
You just have to make up funny words to it, and then it's parody, and then it's fine.
Yeah.
I can't. My brain automatically goes to the lyrics.
So
17.
17.
I rolled a 17.
There you go.
As you kind of evaluate your body, and as someone who's been alone for a long time in the woods, occasionally running into folks,
And in real life.
you have a lot of time to consider what is, like if you called it meditation, if you called it just a sense of self-awareness, you know what's you and you know what's not you. And you can tell that this potential is locked into your blood and your DNA, and yet it's slowly leaking away.
Oh.
But it's just that. It's just potential. And it's really up to you to decide how to utilize it. And the quicker you utilize it, and quick being not in the course of a few minutes or hours, but in the next few weeks, that will determine what this does for you. That will push you to whatever this is going to unlock, and it's going to be whatever you do with yourself that is going to channel this energy. And as someone who's used to a few bits of not so showy magic and a few bits of truly showy magic, and having grown up with a people that were not of this world originally in many ways, this feels like more than what the stories you were told of your people's old home. This feels like you just got a super heavy dose. The elders in your own training may have said that, oh, don't pursue magic because it's too dispersed here. What's going through you is so densely embedded in your body. And then even as you're having those thoughts and feelings about what this is and how it's connecting to you, you kind of feel the air around you, and you realize that the air around you is thick with it as well. And that whatever just happened dispersed a large amount of pure magical energy into the world. And because you and your nearest companions were at the epicenter of it, your body's absorbed an awful lot of it. Your body's absorbed more than bodies should be able to absorb, and it may have only been the training that you've gone through so far, and clearly the training that these people have gone through so far that let you even survive it.
Wow.
If you had gotten a 20, I could have given you more, but I'm sorry.
Oh.
All right. Should we get out of this hole?
Yeah, I hope.
I can't see very well. It's dark.
One thing that we have to kind of keep in mind too is if we saw this, the dragoon probably also saw this.
Do you think it's like on its way over here or here already?
Does anybody have any kind of sense? Wait, do I have any kind of sense?
Hunter.
Who's the Who's the sneakiest one?
It's me. It is me. I think it is me. I think it's actually me.
The
Let's,
sneakiest is probably
well,
him.
that's
But
Well,
Yeah.
let's
Oh,
go up. Let's
who
all
has
go.
the sense?
Let's,
Yeah.
I'll go up and maybe you can peek your head out and see if it's safe before we leap into.
Yeah, I'll take a peek. I'll take a
Okay.
peek. Let me peek I'm gonna peek my head out. Let's give it a little peek here.
Okay, so
Hey, a thumbs up also refocuses my camera.
are you sneaking up there to try to take a peek out the cave entrance?
Yes, very stealthy.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
It would be my utmost pleasure to do that. Ooh, yep, that's gonna be fun. I'm just gonna let you all know I'm doing this. Oh yeah, I'm doing this. I got a 20. Not a unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
Are you a god?
Just for that, I'm gonna get whapped with something. I feel it.
You slip
Yeah, it's
into
an acorn from
shadow,
behind.
And Jess, when you see him seek out his skills in hiding himself, the shadows wrapped around you kind of twitch and twinge, and you feel a kinship with what just happened. And those dark shadows around you, you know that they would do something for you if you needed to be sneaky as well. You're not sure what, but they definitely, when he slipped away and became a stealthy individual that is part of his training, you definitely had this sympathy twinge. But Zuchi, as you walk out down a little bit of a decline and before going up an incline, the entire space has changed out here. Where there were a smooth pathway down, it's now rough and tumbled stone. It's aged stone. There's pools of stagnant water and lichen growing. And as you climb further up the cave, you can see that animals have taken residence in the entryway. Bats are at the top of the space. The space that not moments before you remember tossing a squirrel down, and the squirrel literally running up around a smooth surface is now rough and craggy and home to cave-dwelling animals. And as you get towards the entrance, it's dark, extremely dark. And you can make out a piece of sky and a slice of the moon, but not a star in sight. And as you slip a little bit further up, you see the eroded mounds of dwellings that have been uninhabited for months, years. Who knows? But things have changed.
We did hit 88 miles an hour.
It all comes back around. And it all comes back around. Are there any plants around me? You said there was lichen, right?
There was lichen in the cave. As you come to the cave mouth, there is various ground covers that seem to have kept bigger growths from occurring. There's also a sharp line in the dirt as you look for living creatures that you don't know where that came from, but there's definitely a separation that occurred between the cave and the outside plant material. The mounds of dwellings, you can tell that they are older just by the nature of the growth that is on them. There's grass vine in one off to the distance. You think you spot a young tree shooting up from the middle of what used to be a hut.
How far away is the tree?
Probably 100 feet away from you.
But you said there's vines right next to me?
Yeah, there's vines and like lichen and other undergrowth.
Okay, I am going to use my speak with plants spell to ask the plants what happened and
Is there a
what's going on.
particular plant you're talking to?
I'm talking to that vine. Like that vine. Looks real like a real friendly vine.
So you cast the spell. What do you say?
What happened here?
Oh, howdy do you do? Whoa,
Hey, bud.
you know plant.
I do. Yeah. How are you?
Oh, I know plant.
I know you know plant. That's why I'm talking to you.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going all right. I just need a little cooperation on your end, if you would be so kind as to give me a little bit of information, a little friendly from one plant speaking person to another plant speaking person.
Vine to vine, I'm all yours if you're mine.
Okay, that was a weird way to say that, but we're just gonna kind of keep going here.
I kind of like it. I'm gonna have to go with it.
What can you tell me about what's been going on out here, bud?
Huh? Warm days, cold days, long days, short days.
Kind of looking a little bit more in the last maybe, let's say 30 minutes, hour.
Not much. Sun went away.
What do you mean the sun went away?
I toast it every day. Goes away.
Hmm.
And then I just hope it comes back because it makes me feel good.
When's the last time you saw it?
Just a little bit ago.
Hmm.
But you never know if that other thing doesn't do its job. And
What other thing you talking about? The sun?
no, the quiet one.
The quiet one. What's the quiet one?
The one that comes after the sun.
The moon.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
What's so captivating about the moon?
Well, it's just quiet. Doesn't fill my leaves with feelings of happiness. It comes and it goes, but it's not really. It's not as delicious.
Delicious. Oh, the photosynthesis. I get it. Yep, that makes sense. I get it. Yeah. Did you, by any chance, sir, see any or plant? I shouldn't say you're sir.
Well, I have stamen and I have. Well, never mind.
You're a funny plant, man. You're a real funny plant.
I didn't know I was funny until you just told me.
Yeah, you're a real funny vine. Look at you. It's almost
fine
like somebody created an app based just around you. Ever hear it? You know what apps are? No, you probably don't know what app. That's okay. Do you see any dragons flying around here by any chance?
Oh, then. Yeah, I don't see them, but they like to crush me. I've been burned a few times. Keep trying to get into the hole you came out of.
Wait, what?
No, a lot of things keep trying to get into the hole you came out of, but
Like what kind of things? Can you be specific? Do you know?
there's a huge thing that I don't even know what it is because I don't know where it stops and ends, and it just goes on forever and ever. And there's a small green thing that comes by here almost every week, and kind of like it. It's nice, but it is also kind of nasty. And then there's there's mother. Mother comes through. There's this creepy old short dude. He comes and he cries.
Oh,
Sometimes he
okay.
brings a couple of the people who come over and cry. Hasn't happened for a while though. It's been a while.
Sounds like it's due. Is it they come by at night, or they usually come by when your leaves are all tingly?
Tingly time. Mother comes at night.
Okay.
Mother knows when you're not busy.
Mother knows when we're not busy, or when you're not busy.
I'm not busy.
When you're not busy.
Why would you interrupt somebody who's having a good time?
Well, you've been a very helpful vine. You're a good vine. You keep hanging out here, and if I have any questions, I'll come find you. But in the meantime, you keep working on those vine jokes. I'll be back to hear them. I will. You and I, we're friends. We're friends now, us.
I'm gonna have vine jokes.
I'll be back. Think of your vine jokes. I'll be back. Yikes.
Be fine. Take some time. I have to rhyme. Oh boy.
I feel like maybe we've meandered most of the way up, but not all the way, because just to avoid a lot of running up and down this hallway that goes in and out.
Sure. So yeah, you head up over, and I think Zuchi, the last thing you hear is jokes. Nothing creepier than a vine. I'm a creeper vine. Just laughing at itself as the spell slowly fades.
Fantastic.
I hear Larissa through Jason's mic.
She just needs to stop muting herself. Let the laughter happen.
Wow, that vine joke really got to you.
Wow.
Don't mute yourself.
Unmute. Let the
Okay.
people hear.
We have audio listeners. Don't mute yourself.
Yeah, you gotta let it go, Larissa. Come on.
Well, I just, I'm used to when we were still in person, and you were constantly turning me down. So
Well, I turn you down because I had to worry about it, but here it automatically adjusts for you, which has been my happiness.
The app
your
for the
mic will
mic on your
cancel.
computer filters it, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's beautiful now. Okay, so
I'm going to explain everything that happened to them.
yeah, and as you all come up, because I'm assuming you come up, you see a world that has changed. At
When he
least what you
finishes,
can see, 'cause it
explaining,
is-
I'm gonna be like, creepy. So, I think the old man that comes and cries, I think we know him.
Really?
Yeah, that's there's a wizard from our home city that sounds like maybe him. Maybe our families are with him. Oh wait, and I'm gonna throw my bag down and digging it and find the messenger stone that goes to Tanzanite's
You were
dad.
gonna find a point to use that at some point.
the sending stone.
That I definitely knew we had this whole time.
totally
What-
remembered.
One of two sending stones you have in your possession.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna find them both actually, and I'm gonna be like, is this the 25 word limit thing sending, or is it just?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Sending stones to basically using it cast the spell sending to the one person that you're talking to.
I'm gonna take it out. Be like, Tanzanite's dad, we are still alive. Something weird happened. I don't know how long we've been missing. Please update us. Do I have 5 more?
5 more.
That was 20. All right. Update us. As soon as you get
As soon as you get.
this. Whoops.
As soon as you get. Well, good thing
Ran
you
out.
got 2.
So close.
Yeah, but the other stone goes to a different person.
So there's a
We can
moment,
use them once a day.
a beat of time, and then you hear an aged voice. Asher. Are you young Asher?
I can't
Where
answer.
are you?
What? What? Oh, the dragon attacks and the gods are free and you're alive and and then you just hear a squeal that's some sort of old individual aged before their time joy. And then the stone goes dead.
It only works once a day, right?
Yep.
Do I have a sense that that was her dad?
Oh, yes, you know it was her dad.
Tanzanite, you need to message with your spell, your dad.
Telepathy.
He replied, he said something about dragons attacking. He sounds very old. I don't...
Question: would this count as a long rest period?
I love that request, and I am sorry to say no.
Dang it! Okay.
Do you not have any left?
I'm looking.
Remember, you can cast it up a level if you need to.
Well, she's doing that. I'm like, Trixie, can you check on the cats? They're probably gone, but... Bonnie? Hello?
Oh, Bonnie. Shouldn't she have been pulled?
Kitties? Bonnie?
Oh, Bonnie.
Hello?
Everybody forgets about Bonnie.
Okay, so you're shouting out for Bonnie.
Yeah, wait, that's a
Goes
good
under-
question. Tanzanite said she wanted her friends. Wouldn't Bonnie have gotten pulled into that, even though she wasn't there, or was it a proximity thing?
It was a proximity thing.
That's
I could
fair.
only get anybody within 60 feet of her.
Oh, that's fair.
I kind of double checked right before you. I was like, can I get her? Nope, I can't get her there.
Yet to meet her, or did I meet her? I don't know. I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think you matter.
No, I don't think you did. I think you saw her. You know who
Saw
she
her.
is, but she kind of went away with the other villagers, finding space and such.
I don't even think she fought the things.
Mm-mm.
Nope, she did.
She
not.
didn't go in the cave.
She didn't
No,
fight
I
the
mean
things. She
before
didn't go in
that.
the cave. She didn't.
The one that you observed us doing.
Yeah, she did not.
Mm.
And she also. Never mind. I can't say that. But you don't hear a response to your calls.
What
Can
was
you
the name?
do
Sorry,
a perception check, Asher, and then Tanzanite say what you're doing?
I was gonna say we're outside of what town again? We were heading
You're
to.
at this tiny little village in the middle of the woods that is clearly no more. That was a village. You were a week's journey or so, a week plus, wouldn't you count the bird flight, making it
Mhm.
more interesting, from Fisherton.
But what
I
was
think
the
the
city
last
we were heading to?
Canyonville.
you were headed to Canyonville.
Okay, so I want to do a sin to my father and say, Father, we are alive and it sounds like you are older. What's with the dragons? Why are you old? I love you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, God.
There's another little beat of a moment, and you hear, "Oh, sweetie, it's been years. Oh, so much has changed. Oh, so where are you? Why will no one tell me where you are? I'll come get you. I will destroy those Ettins. I will make it all right." I love you too, sweetie. And you feel like he gets cut off at the end of sweetie.
So guys, it's I don't know what happened, but time has gone by.
Interesting.
Pull out my other sending stone.
Oh no.
Grand, it's Asher.
That was
We
3.
are alive. How many years have we been gone? How many is that?
You have 8 left.
Okay, I'm gonna let her count.
No.
How many years have we been gone?
Just go with it.
I hope you're not dead. Okay.
I hope you're not dead. You got 3 left.
How's your mom?
How's
There-
the family?
The response you get back is not from Grant.
Oh, it's his mom.
You get a message that's very crisp and professional.
From his son, Derek.
And this crisp professional response is a little off-putting at first, because what you get is, please hold for analysis. And there's a pause for a beat. You are ambassadors from the early days. Please, in the next transmission, they have old equipment, don't they? Relay location, you are priority. End transmission.
Where'd you just throw that?
Hmm?
Where'd you just throw that to?
There's a guy. His name is Grand. We were brand ambassadors. He owns a store. Like, he gave us all this gear, and
And as he points out, you see this GB kind of tucked away as a logo on almost everything that they're wearing that isn't more homespun or homemade.
I don't know if he's alive. They didn't really give me much. They said, call back tomorrow and tell them where they are. We're a priority.
Should we just go to them?
I mean, it would take weeks to get. I don't even know where they are.
Yeah, that's
We-
true.
We don't know
last-
when we are.
Oh, that's right. Trixie hasn't talked yet. That's right.
I
He's still
have,
giving the stink eye.
I have
All right,
one,
oh, I'm sorry.
I have one more spell that I could try to send to Grand, but if he's not alive, it will obviously not work.
Maybe to Knee?
Knee? Okay, what should I say?
Tell him, I guess, that we're at the village where we disappeared. I guess they think we disappeared. If they come here and cry over us, they must know where it is.
Okay. 1
At
second.
least I hope it's them.
Gonna touch my forehead, do the thing, and I'm gonna say, Knee, it's Tanzanite. We're alive at the same village. What year is it? Why dragons? What has happened to everyone? Now I don't know. Oh, I
Yeah,
have
one
5
more
more. I have 1 more?
One more.
Bye.
Bye!
Oh god.
Okay. I didn't prepare knee, so Trixie's still giving. Okay, knees. Huh? Who? I'm distracted. There's a Doc. Fireball. We'll send someone right. Where? Oh yeah. Wait. Tanzanite. and then it kind of just ends after a whole bunch of other incomprehensible, very distracted seeming things.
I believe Nee may be fighting or
Uh-oh.
training. Maybe I heard fireball. He was very distracted.
Do we wait here? Do we start for Overton?
Maybe rest and then decide tomorrow we can send more sendings.
All right. That's a good idea, I guess. I'm gonna go over towards like the hut where we were staying and just first look for like signs of Bonnie and our kittens that are definitely not kittens anymore. They're probably dead now, but
Well, at first glance, the hut is totally dismantled. There's nothing left of it. It is grown over and collapsed in multiple ways, so it's no longer a structure. But go ahead and roll a survival check to see if you can find any sign of Bonnie or the cats.
Can I aid him just by also like looking around?
Sure. Why don't you roll with advantage, Asher?
Because I would also be looking for like
that's a 15.
just documentation.
Okay.
Want to know what I just realized?
Huh.
I left my bag above ground.
So you probably don't have any stuff.
Somebody had to write notes about that as you were doing it. But anyways, you begin both
Let me
kind of
clear out my inventory.
checking the ground, looking
You can
for
still look
things.
for it before you do that.
And you don't see any small kitten footprints. But what you do see is a very large paw print. Nick? You okay?
Did he just?
Oh, you okay?
Man.
Yeah, I'm good. Trying to grab a dice off the floor. Just trying to grab a dice off the floor that I didn't even get.
Careful, those danger dice are really dangerous.
God.
So what you see on the ground cover is
I don't know where it went.
you'll find it eventually, I'm
We'll
sure.
find it.
You see large paw prints, extremely large paw prints, and there's older ones, more recent ones, and they all seem to be centered around the cave itself. Like as you track back from the little hut, the two of you kind of end up bumping heads a little bit as you kind of track back a little bit, and you realize. And then every once in a while, you see small footprints mixed in with the large paw prints.
Oh, babies have babies.
And the small footprints aren't of an animal.
Oh.
They're of a humanoid. And it seems that these creatures have all been together, from what you can tell, for a long time.
Guys,
We must follow the footprints.
I think Bonnie's still here somewhere. Like, look, there's big cat footprints and like little people footprints all over.
Let's follow him.
I mean, I don't know like how if they just come here or if they will come back, but maybe we should rest first. I'm a little burned. I don't know about you guys.
Can we start to walk in that direction, and then once it becomes, oh wait, it's already night. Yeah, maybe we should just rest.
It sounds like maybe your dad
Tanzanite.
or somebody will send someone for us, so maybe we should not rush away right away. Just in case.
Tanzanite, when you look up at the sky and see that it's night, you also notice and are very aware that the stars are missing.
Like missing, not like it's cloudy and we can't see them.
The moon is bright. The
Mm.
stars are not.
Guys, there's no stars. Why are there no stars?
Let's add that to the list of questions that we have about our current situation.
Are the shadows still on me?
Yes.
What are they doing, if anything?
Roll a Arcana check on yourself.
Ooh, nice. 24.
Oh, so you have this
Rolled a
moment of
19.
personal insight with regard to these shadows that keep kind of in motion, and they are a visual distractor in daylight. But now that it's night and dark, and you're not in a space in the cave, and you start to think, well, these are shadows. And as you have that thought, sorry, I'm trying to fix the too much light is coming down from weird angles now.
You still have sun.
Yes, I do. Welcome to the West Coast. You start to notice that as you think about them, you start to move more stealthily, and you realize that you are sneakier than you've been before because of these shadows. And you have a +1 that you can add to your stealth checks.
What?
Ooh,
Nice.
fancy.
Very helpful for a cleric who may one day decide to wear heavy armor.
Mhm.
All right, so as you're settling down to rest or tracking the footprints?
I'm gonna go look for my shit.
Okay.
Angrily,
Why
but
don't you
silently.
Why don't you roll a survival check as well?
Survival. Ooh, 21.
Oh, okay. You find the spot where you left them, even though it was kind of done in haste and dumped in haste. You find the spot. You know this is the spot, and there in that spot, there's a small cairn of rocks and flowers and seaweed. The seaweed seems dried, but like it was planted there fresh earlier in the day.
But that's it. That's all that's there.
That's all that there is. There, a cairn of rocks in the location, some flowers, and a little whip of bull kelp that is slowly desiccating as it dries in the day.
Can I just sniff it, just to see if I can catch another scent, specifically Bonnie's?
Yeah, go ahead and roll another perception check. You don't have any sniff person's skills, right? We didn't go with that yet.
Oh, no, I mean, if anything, I would say that hearing would be
She's a dragon.
if I were to have I were to have advantage, and it doesn't matter because I rolled a natural 1. So
Natural.
put it up. No. Trixie accidentally snorts seaweed.
I think that's perfect. But anybody who wants to put a comment in our YouTube channel for a Nat 1, I love to hear what other people's creative ideas of how things just went awry. But I think Trixie has it down pat. She actually snorts a little bit of bull kelp into her nostrils, distracting her from what she was trying to send. Anybody watching later on, please just keep putting them in the comments, because this is the stuff that I will read later and try to put in my journals for future usages. All right.
Maybe that's how we should set up our Patreon.
I say
Every
we
dollar gets a one.
take a little resty rest.
Okay. So with fresh seaweed in your nostrils, people calling for a rest, everybody's going to take a long rest.
Woo! Finally.
Is anybody doing watches or?
So Asher is gonna dig through his bag, lay out like rations for everyone, especially because Trixie doesn't have anything. And then he's in the middle of that. He's just going to start crying because at the end of the day, he's like a 17-year-old kid and he's terrified. And
I forgot you were young.
He's just going to like, yeah, he's just going to burst into tears, like just completely fall apart. Like all his confidence that he usually has is just gone.
I'm also going to pull out the rations that I have in my bag and share them with the group.
Like, I think teleporting several years into the future where his mom could be dead is like not on his list of expectations for his adventure.
I know Tanzanite definitely will not wake up unless someone wakes her up for a patrol. But before she goes to bed, definitely attempting to commune, a meditate of what on earth kind of.
Oh my god! For the next 5 minutes, this randomly occurs, bro. That's so aggressive. Wow. Damn, out for blood.
For the audio listeners, comment from Andy in the audience says, she inhales a seaweed and then sneezes flames that singe her fur. For the next 5 minutes, this randomly occurs.
I love it.
See, this is me becoming the nice person because all these comments are definitely going to go further than I would have gone. This is great. I am writing that one down for the future, though. That one's going on my list. I'm adding that to the random magic table.
Yeah.
Magic table. That's perfect. Okay. that is one curated specifically for Trixie in the future. Okay. So you just crash out totally.
Well,
Trixie.
I want to meditate before I go to bed of like trying to figure out what all that was back in the cave. Like what does that mean? What does being the air mean? Why are there no stars? When I know that there were stars, like that image that I used to get of like the stars and the constellation, like I felt like maybe it's all connected. So I just want to like try to tune and focus on that.
Okay. Trixie,
Before I go to bed.
Trixie, what are you doing before sleep?
I would have like sat down, but then like over to Asher, like just kind of butt scooted over to Asher and like put my tail around behind him, and then like lean my head on his shoulder and just kind of whisper, we'll find them. Wherever they are, whatever happened to them, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I know, but what if it's bad? Like, what if everybody's dead?
Well, it's just kind of another part of life, whether or not we're ready for it. It could have happened in our time too. Something could have happened to Overton, and it doesn't make it any easier. But I mean, we still have each other, so I mean, at least we're not all alone.
Yeah, for it.
I'm sure if if anybody can reunite us with them, it's Nee.
Hopefully, if he's not dead, because it sounded like he was in trouble.
Well, just have to keep our fingers crossed.
Do you want to share my bedroll? You can lay your head at the other end since you've lost yours.
It's all right. I've slept in worse. There's bedding. It's fine. But thanks.
Okay.
I do crawl up and like lay next to him though. I just don't like share the bedroll. I just like absorb some body heat.
Zuchi, what are you doing before sleep?
Before sleep, I see. I noticed that before Trixie had gone off to look for something. So when she had come back with nothing, I wanted to go and ask her what she was looking for. So before bed, I'm going to walk over to Trixie, snuggling with Ash over there, and say, hey guys, everybody doing all right?
Well as can be, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Well.
I just overwhelmed for a minute. I'm okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not really the best with comfort. I've been on my own for a long time. But you know, what we just went through was crazy, but you know, just kind of take some solace that, you know, you got stronger from it, and you lived it, and you know, can do anything. I guess I'm bad. I'm sorry. I'm not helping. I feel like I'm not helping.
No, I appreciate the effort. Like I'm okay. It's just a lot. I'll be all right.
Cool. Well, I'll let you do that.
I'm just gonna eat this and go to sleep. I mean, eating and drinking, which we all should definitely do. Before we go to sleep. Tanzanite.
As I look over to Larissa, Trixie, I start to call her Squirrel, but stop and actually use her name. Look, Squirrel. I mean, Trixie. I noticed you were looking for something. Did you lose something?
From what I can tell, everything.
Yeah. Well, there was something specific that you lost outside of the stuff that we will get back. You know, it doesn't really take me long to rest. I've kind of honed in on my meditation and stuff. So, you know, I'm usually up. I was going to be up probably before you guys. So if there was something you were looking for, I could search for it while you're, you know, still resting. That way you don't have to miss a beat. But if not, I'll just go rest.
She just she left her bag outside the cave when we went in.
Oh,
Back.
well, what did it look like?
Doesn't matter. It's not there anymore. I checked.
All right. Well, just in case, humor me.
It's just a backpack. Regular stuff in it. Only thing that kind of really mattered was I had, I guess, some jewels in there, but it's just they didn't do anything. It's just my rations, my torches, my
Collections.
so
Well, I'll take a look.
necessities.
I'll take a look, see if I can see something while I'm up. So, well, get some rest. We'll formulate a plan tomorrow. I'm gonna walk over and just sit, play my instrument for a little bit. Something soothing to help the crowd sleep.
Okay, so as night settles in and everybody goes about their various preparations and opportunities for sleep, I would love for everybody who's asleep throughout the whole night to roll a perception check with disadvantage. People who are only awake or asleep for part of the night, those who don't need a full 8 to get their sleep but can meditate through part of it, go ahead and roll a perception check neutral.
A 22.
Dang.
Oh, wait, you said with advantage? That was my first.
Disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Hang on. Never mind. 14.
You said a perception, right?
Yeah.
19.
Okay.
11 for me.
Okay.
Same.
Somewhat fittingly, because it's almost too late, Zuchi, for you to say or do or react to anything. 2 enormous felines are suddenly bracketing you.
Oh.
And it's like it just happened out of nowhere.
Don't kill
And
me.
across the circle of the people that you've just been starting to get to know, a strange-looking woman steps forward. She vaguely reminds you of the woman that was with these other 3 when you went into the cave. But she's very different, and behind her is another of these giant felines. And she raises her finger to her lips in a calming gesture of silence. The 2 large felines on either side of you sit down. Then they lay down. She slips forward to you and says, "I'll watch. Let them rest. It's been too long." And they started me on my path. And I need to go speak with my children. And this woman steps away and walks over toward the plants and begins whispering to all the various plants, including a vine.
Ha.
Mother. Got it.
And as she goes, you see some of the plant life is in motion around her. And at first, it's hard to tell what's going on, and then you realize that they're carrying things and tucking them next to a little squirrel. And other plants are forming soft bedding for everyone, and she looks up from the vine that you actually spoke with, quirks an eyebrow your direction, points at the soft bedding that's been created for the others with a query on her face. And you hear in your head, "Would you like to rest?"
Yes.
And just as you say that, the ground below you erupts into the most gloriously fragrant jasmine and rose scents, and you feel like you are sleeping on the softest, most comfortable bed in the palace that you once occupied.
Mm-hmm.
And the final thing that I want to do this session before we close out is talk to you about some dreams you're all having.
Yeah.
Zuchi.
Oh, please tell me it's about Cindy from down the street, right from my balcony view. I had a perfect shot. She was gorgeous. Please, for the love of God, let it be Cindy. No, I'm kidding.
The elf next door.
As you go into that prototypical dream that you have every night about her,
Yeah.
it's interrupted suddenly.
Damn it.
And you have a vision of your family. Your actual family. And it's not the vision you would like to have, because this is in the catacombs.
Oh.
And standing over one of the tombs is the sentinel, can't even say that word correctly, that your family relied on. And you hear him say, "We need the prince. There's no one left. He was the last to be exposed, and he's the only one who can reopen the portals. We are defeated without him. Prophet." And as he says that, and he turns and he faces another individual whose face suddenly comes into light. And this is the person who ensured your banishment to your eyes. And they look at them and say, they never let me finish. They never let me tell you all. Yes, one of the princes would bring an evil, but that prince was the one who was to save them, to save all of them. And the Sentinel's face crashes down. How long have you kept this secret? Since he left. To protect him from our enemies. And as you hear our enemies, the picture you see zips away and you're pulled into another space and another group of beings that you've despised all of your life. Dark counterparts to your own people. And they are at the feet of a large red dragon in positions of supplication. Tanzanite.
Damn dark elves.
You fall asleep into a bed of stars. Everywhere around you are stars. And you realize that you have the ability to do what you want to in this space right now. You know that your body is resting, but there's a throbbing from an object deep inside of you, letting you know that you need to claim your domain.
Where exactly is the throbbing? Like in. Shut it! Can't say anything around you.
The
From deep inside of
throbbing,
you, obviously.
the throbbing is the same new piece of you that is that you think might relate to godhood.
Yeah. Physically, spiritually, mentally, everything, just like grabbing at that. Desperately trying to understand it, figure out my next steps, what I need to do.
As you flail alone in this dream, that kind of becomes the tenor of it. The entire dream is you desperately trying to grip hold of this undescribable thing, space, place, and you feel others picking away and stealing what is yours. And when you grab it back, someone behind you is stealing it as well. But you can't see them, you can't hear them. It's just constantly eroding your domain. Asher.
Yes.
You have a dream, and it's truly a dream. But it scares you, not because it's scary, but because people are lauding you as the greatest magician of all time. People are shouting your name. And then it swiftly turns to nightmare. People are cowering in fear from your power. People are unwilling to let their children out at night, and they speak of the horrors that Asher's words could do to them. Or as they say, the Grand Maestro Lake, destroyer of Ni. Trixie. Your dream is different yet again, and it's not a normal dream for you. It's weird. When your parents talked about acorn mush fueling all of your powers and abilities. You put up with it. There was probably some truth to the nutritional value, but now something is stirring within you, and you realize that what sets your fur alight and gave you such a rush has been trickling in slowly, time after time, but this time it's been a massive infusion. And you don't know what you're going to do with it. You don't know which way to turn. And that's where the dream leaves you as you all wake up. Not to the gentle sounds of Bonnie singing, which she's doing, but to the heavy thumping and whooshing of air as a very large object hoves into view. And we'll find out what that is next week on the podcast, Probability of Demise. Nick, I don't know if you'll be able to join us or not. You're more than welcome to. This is a great space for us to have your character exit. I would love to have you come back and be a guest at some time in the future, either with this character or another one. It's been really, really fun to have you. You've really helped me push something forward that was kind of needing a shove in some direction.
Push something forward X number of years in time, apparently.
Well, I rolled on a table to see what sort of crazy effect would happen. It could have been a huge earthquake. It could have been a volcano eruption.
Could have been a DeLorean.
Instead, my result quite literally said, inexplicably, the party is transported forward several years. And then I had to sit here during the break and write down what would happen to everybody if they... But thank you all for joining us. It's been a blast. Thank you, Andy, for joining us. Very fun to have you here. And it's really fun to be able to highlight people's comments. I'm really looking forward to being able to do that in the future. But
quick note. So because we pushed last week, do we play this next weekend now? That's what I have on my calendar. But I just we can obviously talk about this offline. But for the sake of people...
I would love for that to be what we do, but I didn't want to make any decisions because the summer zone has been a very shifty zone for us all. So if you all...
You're a shifty lot.
Are you up for Saturday or are you...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah.
Hi. You beat me to it.
I thought it, but I knew I couldn't do it properly.
Right.
We got to do the new TikTok sound, but yeah, I know we can do that.
So please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you want to be notified of our YouTube broadcast. You can also check us out at demisecast.com. Also, check out Nick's podcast, which I don't remember any of the things. So Nick, you're going to have to say them. I just know that it's Off the Rails.
All right. So check us out at Off the Rails podcast on Instagram, underscores under everything. We're also on TikTok, underscore Off the Rails podcast, underscore. Check us out. We're on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all the major podcast sites. We're affiliated with them. So check us out.
Go check them out. Tell Nick all about what things you like to put pineapple on, like pizza.
Yeah, if you guys do check us out on our Instagram or on any one of our don't tell us that pineapple. Get out of here. What the hell? Get out of here, pineapple on pizza.
Larissa will fight you on this.
Drop a comment on our Instagram or any one of our social media sites, just Probability of Demise. That way I know that you guys came from there. That'd be awesome. We'd love that. So
well, thank you all very much. I'm going to go ahead and end our stream, but it's been lovely seeing you all, and
see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Bye. See you later.